Suited for you. Big respect.
Good to go.
Yes, guys, it's the Suited For You podcast. It's another episode here today, hosted by me and Posy, here with Jxmes C.
What are you saying?
Yeah, man, let's get into it. So I'd say just to start off with, a bit of backstory. Obviously, me and Posy have heard of you because, we're in we love the whole underground rap scene.
Yeah,
How have you sort of got into it? What was your first steps?
What were my first steps? I've been making music all my life.
Yeah.
And I started rapping when I was like 19, 20. I'm 22 now. At school, like, they gave us iPads and I just started making beats on
GarageBand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GarageBand beats, and then
So you started producing?
started producing. Yeah, I started because I never really like sang or anything like that when I was younger, or rapped when I was younger. But how I got in the scene, bro, it was slow at first. Like, I was just putting my music on SoundCloud and stuff.
Okay.
But I don't know, as you like, the more people you meet just by going to events and stuff, and like just through algorithms help you a lot, because people that do the similar kind of stuff as you, do you know what I mean? You end up on their radar and like other people's fans' radars and
people
stuff.
sort of hear about your name and stuff. So
Yeah.
obviously you said SoundCloud. Did you see much success from that?
Nah, bro, that was like just for me and my brethrens, really, just to listen
It's
to
hard
it.
to sort of get that natural attention. I mean, we had a
There was an era of SoundCloud, weren't there?
and that was when the supply and the demand was good. But now I feel like, unless you're like, people go on it a lot if they're old grime fans and things like that. Because back in the day, like a lot of JME, Skepta, and All Boy Better Know, a lot of their music was mainly on SoundCloud. But for like organic attention, we had some guests on last week, and a lot of their success, especially from one of the rappers, was through TikTok because of the organic, going from, going to sleep with 10 views and waking up with 1 million.
Yeah, word. Yeah.
And not putting any money into advertising. Like, that's what worked. But yeah, I know for SoundCloud,
It's changing all
not.
the time, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the value of a view now or a play is mad. Like, back in the day, like 100k streams was crazy. Like, a couple years ago, that was like pretty good for someone who's independent. But now it's like people get that in a week from TikTok. It's crazy.
Literally.
Like, it's kind of
I
crazy.
suppose as well, it's because like back then, 100,000 views was like minimum like 30 seconds. Now on TikTok, you can be on a video for longer than like 2 seconds and it's a view. So
True.
yeah, it's not really adding up the same. But yeah, sorry, carry on. What was your?
Yeah, bro. Like there's like pages like UK Underground Rap.
Yeah.
Just like meeting the guys at like who run that page and do those events. Like, I got booked for an event earlier, a couple years ago, 2.5 years ago now, where I met Jay Reese.
Yeah.
They're Bristol based.
They're from Cardiff.
Oh, right, that sort of way.
Sam Pike, big up Sam
Right.
Pike. He's from Cardiff. But yeah, it's just like, it's network. It's slow, to be fair. But the more people you know and the more people you work with, that's how you really get like long-lasting connections and stuff. Because you could probably get views and plays and that pretty easily now without a fan base. But what you really want is a fan base.
It's like
Especially
real loyal
People that are
viewers
going to
and
tap
stuff,
in and support you
and wait
stuff.
for your next drops, post
Word.
notifications, etc. Yeah,
I think like playlists are something that like to dabble with. It's quite interesting to see, because obviously you get a lot of streams sometimes from playlists, but you don't get them returning back. So it's like choosing the right ones, or like whether you even want to go for that playlist and route. A lot of people like nowadays trying to go for the TikTok organic sort of, like, people are coming back for more, not just listening to one song.
Yeah.
we had one of our friends who raps. He was saying that it's like sometimes you just got to grit your teeth. Like, I for example, I don't rap, but if I was to do a rap song and I was rich and put loads of money into advertising, I'm going to get 10 million views. That doesn't mean that my song is better than people that get 10 views.
Word,
it just means that, like, them fans and stuff, it's not real. But, like, if you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
the organic way, you do a TikTok or an Instagram video, if someone comments you're hard, no one's paying them to do that. No one's been forcing that into their face. They've just seen it and then gone out and thought, actually, I'm going to show this guy some respect. And it's all like, if you get 10 million views, you deserve to get 10 million views. Like, you found some sort of way.
I think you need to be thick-skinned as well, because you realise at the end of the day, no one cares about you. No one cares about your come-up story or your grind or your graft. Like, everyone just... If they like your tune, they'll tap in and they'll share it and they'll listen to it. But no, at the end of the day, no one cares, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Is that something that affected you sort of when you're on the come-up?
Yeah, man.
Like, a lot of people acting like they cared more than they did?
Yeah, like, just... it's demoralising. If you're an independent artist, everything's out of your pocket. Everything's on your time. You're organizing your studio sessions or whatever else. So sometimes you can feel a bit like in the dark. You can feel like you're not making any motion, or you know what I mean, or getting listened to. But nah, yeah, and that's like you live on your phone, bro. I live on my social media.
Yeah.
Because that's how I work now. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird kind of work.
Yeah, I feel the same, especially since I started this. Obviously, I'll do a 9 to 5, but now I'm like, there's certain things that I used to do where I'm like, I can't do that anymore, because now I'm like, me online is my personal brand. Like before, I could go out and do whatever, and it's not really going to affect me to other people, to rappers and businessmen and anyone else who comes on the podcast. Where now I'm finding like, how can I sit and portray like a positive figure if then someone could just leak a video of me doing something negative and sort of stuff out. You got a proper...
You just got to put yourself out as like a business in a way, really.
Yeah, and you have to just make sure it's like pure. Like you wouldn't, for example, say you're driving a company car, you're not going to drive as the same as if you're driving a personal car. And I suppose making that transition into like, even turning your Instagram from a personal account to a business account, that transition, it might not seem like anything, but now suddenly it's like, okay, now it's, if I do something, it is probably going to come back to bite me in the back, you know? So, and that's why there's so many rappers now getting caught out for capping in their raps and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you can't, people want genuine now. Because so much fake in the world that like people just...
Facts. This is true. This is true. Yeah, it's like people want BTS now. Yeah. And like, I actually like the idea of doing like a really artistic, like well done music video. I'm working on one right now. Yeah. But more time people want a clip of you being like weird on a set, like laughing behind the camera, or like just like behind the scenes. People want the, like I said, the real, world full of lies, innit?
Yeah, no, I know you're friends with Jerry Reese and stuff, and he said the same thing when we done the episode of him. He was like, people want to have them day in their lives because they want to feel like they're mates with you, exactly. Especially as you get bigger. I mean, I know Digger's doing it with he's doing like these YouTube episodes, and he's recording the studio sessions, the holidays he's going on, and they're banging views because some of them are gaining views quicker than his songs because people just want to feel like, oh, have you seen that? Yeah, Digger does that, you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
Yeah, people want to feel like they know you, for sure.
Man. Have you ever thought about doing any day in the lives or anything?
You know what it is?
Behind the scenes.
I actually, obviously, I'm on a camera right now, but I hate being on camera. I hate recording myself. Like, I don't know, there's something about it. What I need to do is, I'm doing my project now, so I need people to, because it's all right doing stuff, but you need people to film you doing stuff. Do you know what I mean? Roll into a studio, going to shows and whatever else. So I'm gonna get someone to film me.
It's probably easier there than like, I suppose, vlogging it in a sense and holding the camera up.
It's a lot nicer when someone's doing it for you, because it's just like, independent art, it's got so many like different aspects, and when someone's covering one of them, it's like weight off your chest for sure. Yeah.
But like my girl does TikTok, and she likes being on camera. She's quite funny. She's like quite outgoing, so she'll like pull out her phone and just be like funny on camera. I can't really do that. Yeah. I'm more just like, I'm kind of like a bit of an introvert. I like my music and I like going to studio, but I don't really like filming myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd rather that be done from like a more natural, as if like I suppose as if they're like in the studio with you, sitting behind you or something like
fly
that.
on the wall, like
yeah,
kind of like this, I guess. We're having a convo and there's just a camera here. It's nicer, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, but yeah, I suppose obviously SoundCloud and stuff. Is there any other like ways of when you come up? I don't know. I suppose the question I like to ask rappers is like, since you started music, has it always just been that's what you wanted to do? Like you was like it was tunnel vision. That's what you wanted to do as your job.
Nah, so I started it when I was like 19, and I went uni, studied English, and I went because my parents wanted me to go. Yeah. I didn't know what I wanted to do at the time. I couldn't make enough. I was like, no one knew about me like in 2019, 2020 really. So I was making music on the side, but I was going to uni and I've just finished like 4 years, bro. And now the way music set up and my like profile set up, it looks feasible that I could actually do this as a career, like a legit career. But like 3-4 years ago, bro, I was just making tunes with my boys and putting on,
just having a laugh and not really like
I felt like people were messing. Can I swear on here?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
I felt like people were fucking with it.
Yeah.
When I've always people have always fucked with the music I've made. Kind of. I was a bit shit when I started, but people have always kind of fucked with it. Like even my boys. But it's a slow start, bro. It's like the trajectory is like this. You're in the quiet for time, and then eventually you start doing that, and then it gets faster and faster. It's kind of like a snowball.
Yeah.
But nah, I had no traction for time, and I was just making it for the fun of making it, and making sure the music was good.
Yeah. But not really thinking too much of it. So would you say you've only just started recently, like thinking actually,
Yeah,
this is now a career? It's not just going to a studio. Well, it is still just going to a studio having a laugh, but that's not where it ends.
100%. I've been seeing a bit of money from actual like doing it, like streams and whatever else.
Yeah.
So that's helped. Being like, oh, I can actually make bread off this.
Yeah.
It's not just, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a slow process, man. Can't lie.
Well, it's all paying off. I see, 2.8 million streams and stuff. Like, well done, congratulations on that. I mean, obviously, I know guy next to me is an upcoming rapper. If you had any,
Yeah, I've seen him on TikTok.
yeah, you see him, yeah, Citra Nemo,
Yeah.
But would you say like, if you had, I'm sure you'd find it useful. Any bits of advice on like getting it actually out there? Because TikTok's one thing, but obviously taking it to that next level where it's like start getting, bookings coming in and stuff, and streams on Spotify.
You want to work with people. You want I feel like in this day and age, it's quite easy to just live online. But you want to be doing stuff in real life with people. You want to be rolling studio with people. You want to find producers because basically where it should start is like, I'm going to try and make the best music I can make. I want the music to be really good. If no one's listening to me right now, cool, I just need to make the best music, yeah. So find like 2 or 3, 4 producers that you fuck with, that you get on with, you can make good songs with. That's what I've done. This summer I've rolled to like the same sessions with the same people pretty much, bar like a few people, and just like that, either that I'm tight with or that I've just met through online. So like try and get connected, try and get into places, because it's easier to move in the direction you want to move in if you're with people that are going the same way. Yeah. Because if you're by yourself, I do a lot of shit by myself, or like back in the day, because I thought I don't need anyone else. But you need people. You need people around you.
Yeah, about who you know.
It's good to be in that like space with other creatives, isn't it?
Yeah. You feed off each other, man, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we had Ems on last week. He's a rapper, and he's had management before. And me and Poz were sort of saying, like, what would you say? Artists looking and thinking about management, what would you say? And he said it's literally like, if I had to put one thing that they're good for, it's like getting into them circles, like meeting people, going to parties with, that's, he's done 10 mil streams, he's done 15, whatever. Getting into them circles, like that's what pushes careers forward probably.
100. I think someone gave me some advice. They said don't get a manager until they want to manage you.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is, don't work with someone who's going to be managing your business unless they actually want to manage your business.
Yeah.
I haven't got a manager. I'm independent, completely independent. But sometimes I wish I had a manager, because dealing with emails and fees and whatever else, and actually just like the technical side of it that I'm a bit shit at.
Yeah.
But nah, like I think the manager stuff will come. Don't think that the reason you're not doing well is because you don't have one. Because there's people that don't have them that are doing well.
Yeah, of course.
But it could. I don't know. Yeah, management is. It depends. It depends.
That's what you want it for, really, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, I suppose it's especially with this underground rap. I mean, we've been to a few underground events and stuff, and you go out and you've got these rappers just walking around like, and everyone just is used to seeing them. You know what I mean? So I suppose it is probably a lot easier in the genre that you're in, and that we're mainly sort of keeping an eye on, focused on, because it is just so accessible. Like, you can just go out and see these people and get on, and if you make and just go in a studio session. When I suppose with a lot of other genres, it's like really spread out. You know, no one's really hanging around the same place and stuff. But because you've got these clothing brands that work closely with underground rappers and they have them like performing at their events and stuff, I suppose it's a lot easier to think, oh, I'll go there and I'll see him and him and him. So getting into them circles, I'm sure.
100.
Yeah, man. But yeah, you know, for any, have you sort of dabbled into TikTok, or I know I've seen the Instagram ads. It keeps coming up on my page, so love for that. I can't look at anything else at the moment without seeing your post. But
Okay, calm, it's working.
yeah,
tell me
TikTok.
that,
I've started TikTok a little bit. Just like once a week, once every other week. When I'm doing like I finished the tape and I'm filming a vid and getting it all done, and then once I've done that, I'm probably gonna, like, everyone's gonna be sick of me because they'll see me every day on TikTok.
yeah,
So like clips of the music video or something.
Yeah, and BTS and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a hard line to strike because part of you wants to be seen, but then you don't want to be seen so much that people get sick of you. Like
and you look a bit like an industry plant or something. Like you're just
Yeah, no,
doing it for
for clicks and views.
Yeah.
You want to be I don't know, you want the music to be the main thing, and like if you can, I'm still trying to figure out how to push my stuff in the most authentic way possible.
What's your way?
What's my way?
Yeah.
I still haven't really figured that out. Do you know what
That's
I mean?
a big thing for TikTok, and it's like we were saying last week. Like one method might work for some person, but it's not going to work for the other person because it's all got to be like different and find your own sort of path in a way. And that's very important in marketing.
What I notice about TikTok as well, like, you get hate in the comments, bro. Like if your thing's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no one's afraid to tell you.
No,
like,
no. It's kind of like it's kind of cold, like cold, as in like it's a bit peak, but at the same time, it's like people can tell when you're capping or whether if you're like not really being yourself. People can tell, you know what I mean? So just it sounds corny. Just try and be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And I suppose working with the algorithm, I mean, about this new tape, like, are you planning to do daily videos about it? I'm sure every day's. Yeah, so that'd be another question. Like, your days at the moment, is it very much wake up, music, all day? Like,
It's like, so on the Sunday I've got a week. I've got a job like part time, like I do like hospitality.
okay.
For a bit of extra money. But besides that, it's on a Sunday. Shout producers, are you free this day? Get like 3 sessions for the week, maybe 4 if I'm not doing anything else.
Are these producers you already know, or are you just
Yeah,
sort of
bro.
cold calling?
No, producers I already know who I've like got kind of relationships with, that I've known for a while now. But now, like daily, it's just like, I don't know, go gym like 3-4 times a week, go studio 3-4 times a week.
Okay.
I just try and wake up and do at least one thing that's gonna contribute to whatever it is that I want to achieve. At least one thing a day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether that's like sending something to someone that is gonna mean I'm getting closer to where I want to be, or record something, or do you know what I mean? Go studio.
Yeah.
But it's not a thing where I'm like, I wake up and I go studio every day from like midday till like 8, because my brain, I would just go crazy. I need to be outside.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I suppose, like, when you are out and you're outside the studio and people just know you as just a random guy, if you've ever introduced yourself, do you introduce yourself as a musician, as an artist?
Nah, I've it's just James, bro.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I'm chatting to them, I'll ask them what they do, and they'll probably ask me what I do, and I'll probably tell them.
Yeah.
But I was working at hospitality shift. I was like, I was carrying these like wine boxes from this one building to another, and I was with this other guy, and he was like, we started talking about music, and I was like, yeah, bro, I do music, and then I showed him, and he just started, he's like busting up, and then I was like, what, and he's like, bro, I listened to you, I've got you on my playlist.
It's mad, bro.
But it's weird. It's a weird kind of like, it's not like fame, because it's just like people have heard of you, and my face isn't really out there too much, so people don't know my.
People don't link the face to the music. Yeah.
I kind of like that, because I'm a kind of low key person anyway. I'm kind of.
Yeah, man. A lot of people seem to say the same thing. I see it as well, because I'm like, obviously, fair play to everything you do. You know, I can't knock any of it. But I'm seeing like 2.8 million streams, but it was quite easy to contact you. I was expecting to do a lot more
man.
back and forth.
No, I'm about.
Yeah, man. And this is I see that.
It's
Do you know what I
independent
mean?
though. It's like you sort of have to look at every opportunity, really, don't you?
Yeah. So is that? Would you give like, if a producer sends you beats, you listening to them, sort of giving them a time of day and stuff as much as you can, obviously.
I get a lot of beats to my inbox now, and I actually don't like getting a beat to your inbox because it's not the same as someone pulling it up in a session and telling you how they made it and tell you why they want you to rap on it.
And why they think you would do the best job on it.
It's just a pack, it's a Dropbox file, and I have to open it and go through them. It's not the same.
You find yourself doing any sort of like beat packs, like jumping on any of them, or are you mostly more of like a in person with the beat up there, or like?
My biggest song is from a beat pack.
That tragic freestyle, yeah.
And that was an exception. I feel like because I made that time ago. I made that like 3 years ago now. But nowadays I can't just file through emails and open obviously if someone says I've sent you, if I know you and you've said I've sent you this or whatever, then I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna listen to it. But otherwise I can't really. Doesn't feel too natural. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't feel that organic. But.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and obviously going back to you said you produced at the start. So any of that still happening?
Yeah, bro. I've got one of the tracks on my new one is produced by me.
What by you?
And you know Lucas Santamaria?
Yeah, man. Yeah. He's Jay Reese is one of his main producers. Yeah,
man. So we made that track together. But I make beats all the time. I just don't like rapping on them. Yeah. I like rapping. I like jumping on other people's stuff.
Yeah, more of a team effort. Yeah, man.
And I don't know. You can just feed off other people's energy if it's someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
You find that you make like when you're making beats, do you like jump to what you're gonna make instantly? Do you have like for me personally, I start making 90 BPM, something like that, just like some boom bap. Do you have like a preference for beats when you're producing them, or is it just anything?
Drill beats are really easy to make now. Yeah. Everyone's making drill beats. Everyone's making drill. It's literally start with the hats. Yeah. I've always liked hip hop, so I like boom bap as well.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of whatever, to be fair. But trap beats and drill beats, that's what I make mostly because it's very easy, innit? You just slap a sample and you just
What do you produce on FL?
Logic.
Oh, you're Logic.
Yeah, I'm a Logic man.
You're smiling about that.
Yeah, bro.
Jeez. Yeah.
So what do you when you record? You said you record at home when we're outside. Do you engineer yourself, or do you give it like a quick mix or something? And send it
quick
off?
Mix. I've got people that I send stuff to.
Right, it's just easier, isn't it?
I can't engineer to save my life.
Do you record it yourself?
I record it myself because I've got a mic. I've got a setup. I've got mic stand, a mic, and a pop filter and a interface at home. But sometimes I need to because obviously it's just at my desk in my room, which is like this size, and then you feel like you want to leave to go to work almost now. I can't like get out of bed and then eat breakfast and then come back to the room that I slept in and working because I'm treating it like work now. So I'm trying to
That's
more
good
time.
though. That's good. I suppose that transition now where it's like you're seeing it in more of like a way where it's like this is now what that could be the future.
I can't keep treating it like it's nice for it to be a bedroom hobby, but it can't always.
Yeah, until a bedroom hobby gets however many streams you get.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But,
out of interest, like what's the biggest track you've recorded at home? Like what sort of setup was it on?
Tragic was at home still.
I swear. What interface is it?
Oh, Scarlet.
The
solo?
small
one, yeah.
The solo one.
Yeah, Scarlet.
Damn, 3 million streams on the solo. Everyone like disses them one, but like they do the job.
Yeah, man. And I've got like a £80 mic, but it's something about it just fits my voice. I don't know what it is.
So is that what you done? How much do you reckon? I mean, Tragic didn't have a video, did it? So how much would you say that track altogether, like from record or writing down the bars to getting released, was it under 500?
Under $5 to make. I had to get it mixed. It was probably like 50 quid to get mixed. I paid for the beat, which was like 50 quid at the time.
Is that exclusive or just like a normal web?
Oh, it's a bit, so the guy, I don't even know if I should say this. The guy hit me up. I bought the beat off him as a kind of like, I'm going to buy this beat off you.
Yeah.
And then he hit me up recently being like...
Chuck you the exclusive or something.
It was so informal. It was like, I'm going to send you this beat pack. I had no monthly listeners, nothing. I had like 500 followers. So he
Okay.
sent me this thinking like, yeah, just jump on it. And then it just kind of blew up. And then he kind of, he just wanted to, whatever. But
Yeah, it's a bit of like credit.
But nah, sorry, you asked me how much it cost. Bro, it didn't cost me a lot at all. It cost me however much it is to put out on a distribution platform, which is like,
That District could you use or Ditto or?
I was using Record Union at the time,
Swear.
but I'm gonna be on DistroKid soon. For my next project, I'm gonna be on DistroKid. Because I just signed up for it. Yeah, it's a long story. But nah, bro, a bill like 150 max.
Mad, bro. It's mad, isn't it?
Like, yeah.
So what would you say was the main? Was there any marketing behind that? Even if it wasn't paid, even if it was just.
The main thing that's got that streams is the Spotify algorithm and the what's it called? Spotify Radio, which is like if your song's really catchy and people like it, then it gets bumped up on the algorithm. So if your song is really catchy in the first 10 seconds, then people are gonna save it and keep playing it. And so that one I think just got obviously like the fans also like feature on Spotify where you're putting an algorithm with other artists like you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get bumped up by their streams as well, I guess. But it's really just the algorithm just blessed it, bro.
Yeah. Did you work that out, or is that just hitting the ball?
I just know about. No, I didn't work that out prior. That just happened. I just released it, and then it did well, not like mad well, and then suddenly it just did really well.
How long ago, like, since releasing it, how long was it to get the first million? What was like your reaction when you finally?
Yeah, I was gassed, bro. It was like a year and a half.
A year and a half after it released.
After I dropped it, start of 2021, and then it got 1 million streams halfway through 2022. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right.
It's mad. So just a year and a half later, was it like you slowly started seeing it increasing the whole time, or was it just woke up one morning and you were shocked?
It got it was a TikTok music page that had a playlist,
right?
And then one of my songs got slapped on that playlist. It was like it was an old song now, but the playlist had 40k likes.
Yeah.
And so that just gets you mad traction straight. There's only like 10 tracks on this playlist, and obviously like because the TikTok traffic is mad, that just gets fed straight to Spotify if you've linked your playlist to TikTok. And then I saw streams from that, I saw followers from that, and then it was just a drip feed. And it kind of just trickled. It just trickled to my other songs.
It's still going on Tragic. Is it still?
Yeah. I mean, it's still going up. Yeah, it's still going up. Not as much as it was.
Yeah, but it's
end of last year. My numbers went up mad. December and January of this year, December last year. I didn't do anything, bro. I dropped a track, but they were just it was just the algorithm.
I think Spotify put me onto you in like October, September, something like that, and it was Tragic, and then Lift.
Yeah. That's another one that's gone
different,
up.
Like setting to a lot of your other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you say that's touching 3 mil? Oh, well, this
What's
year
it on now?
2.8.
Is it 2.8?
Yeah,
bro. That's gonna be there.
Was you shocked? What did you think?
I thought it was 2.5. I thought it was 2.5.
Oh, swear.
Yeah. I check my numbers like mostly like every day, but not like I check how many streams I'm getting a day, not what the songs are on. If you know what I mean, unless I'm close to a mad milestone.
Yeah.
Then I'll.
Yeah, man. Well, 3 mil.
We'll look out for that one still.
3 mil. Yeah. 3 mil. Go stream it. Go stream it.
Yeah, go stream that, man. Jxmes C on Spotify.
Yeah, plug yourself, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, JxmesC. On Spotify, all streaming platforms, man. And I'm dropping some stuff.
Never running out of bars.
Yeah, facts. Facts. Sometimes I do, but it's not.
Don't include
off
that.
Camera, off camera.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Out of interest, events.
Man.
Do you find yourself going to a lot of events or like performing? Because I remember earlier you said a bit of an intro about. Do you like performing at events, or do you get a lot of gigs?
Yeah, I've got stuff coming up. I've got one at the end of this month. We're September now, yeah. I've got one at the end of this month and one at the end of next month. Do I like performing? Nah, I don't like. I
Is
like.
Is it something you've grown into more?
Yeah, I like when it goes well and everyone's like, oh my
yeah,
god,
trust me, bro.
and everyone's gassed and they're enjoying it. But I don't like performing because my music's like more like like you're at
Studio-based.
home smoking and you're just
Yeah. So it's
not
hard to sort
really-
of get hyped and stuff, and yeah.
because I know people that make hype music, and so especially if you're on a lineup with someone that makes
Yeah, it's different vibes.
it's different vibes. I enjoy it though. I enjoy going out and like people listening to your music. That's sick. That's such a privilege that anyone would call you and say, bro, let me pay you to go and perform.
Yeah,
That's a privilege. So I'm not gonna say it's like, and book me as well. But,
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
man.
But no, I don't. It's not. I'm not naturally like I want to be on stage with everyone looking at me with a microphone. I
Right.
don't want to do that.
Would you say you've got like a decent sort of income or like side income from gigs, or is it like just here and there at the moment?
I can get like a few bills from a show, so it's not an income, especially if it's once a month. And you don't want to be, because I've hardly got any music. You don't want to be too available and too like doing every show. I don't think, in my opinion.
It's not the same for the fans, is it? It's a bit like you want it to be exclusive, so when it does happen, they're like, oh yeah, James C's playing.
Word.
Don't miss that one.
Yeah, word.
I suppose you don't want to rely on getting booked as well. It's more like that's just if it happens, cool. But yeah, man, don't be sitting around like refreshing your emails.
Yeah,
do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah, man.
But-
But so for the song "Let It Go"
Oh yeah.
with Jake,
Cold.
what would you like? How did that sort of come about? And I suppose how did you meet him in the first place?
That's a mad story. So I met Jake back in like 2020, 2021 at a UK Underground show.
Okay.
And we saw each other. We knew each other through, you just like follow each other online. But we met each other and we're like, bro, yeah, let's get in the studio. Like, it just makes sense. And then I must have shouted him that summer, and I went to his yard, which is not far from.
Yeah.
And there was a whole madness with, because his laptop ran out of storage. There was a whole madness behind getting those stems from him, bro.
Yeah.
Because like obviously big up Jake. He's not here now, but
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
longest guy to get stuff from sometimes. Yeah, that I just literally just rolled to his crib and we recorded it. It was a YouTube producer who I liked, and I hit him up and he sent me a pack, and that was in it, and that was hard.
And that was the beat for it. Yeah.
That was the beat for it. I laid down the hook. He wrote that verse in like 10 minutes, which is fucked because Jake's like really good at writing.
Yeah.
It's like he's freestyling, but he's not, because it's like it's a written verse, but it's a
Yeah,
freestyle.
he said he does a lot of the writing in studio, and it'll just
It'll flow.
go there, listen to a beat, and then yeah.
It just flows. But yeah, that was so. Yeah, I enjoyed making that. I can't lie.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, Posy put me onto that song. I didn't even. I liked you and I liked your songs and I liked him, and then yeah, heard you done a song together.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, obviously it was meant to be here today, but
Yeah.
let us down. So obviously he's not coming on the show again. Do you know what I mean? He's barred. But
Bro's
Yeah,
barred
man.
from Suited for you.
yeah, so obviously chat to us about this upcoming project. Like, how long has this been like your vision of doing this, and is this the thing you're most excited for right now?
100%. It's an EP, or it's like a mixtape, but it's an EP because it's not that long. But it's not like a they're not sequenced, the tracks. It's just a couple different styles in there. But it's called. Am I gonna say it's called? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's called.
Yeah.
It's called So Far So Good.
Okay.
And it's a quote from that's kind of a motto that I live by. In that I don't really have a plan, but I just kind of know roughly where I'm going.
Yeah, and just keep doing what feels good, and yeah.
Word, keep doing what feels good. Yeah, you got to think on your feet. But it's based on it's based on a film, this French film called La Haine. Yeah. Yeah.
Good one.
So I've got quotes from it in the tracks, and I'm filming a vid next weekend.
Okay.
Based on the film. It's like this cult film that's like shot on 35mm film, and it's like really iconic. It's
Okay.
about police brutality and stuff and racism and just society and class and stuff in Paris in the 90s, about like, but I'm not drawing on all of that per se, but I'm kind of
taking bits from it and
just like the aesthetic and the kind of the meaning behind So Far So Good. But all the tracks I've got the tracks done. I'm getting them mixed and mastered this week.
Okay.
Have you got like a release date in mind?
End of this month. It's
this
either
month,
depending on when I get the first draft of the video back. It's either going to be the end of this month or the start of October, first week of October. But I would prefer if it was the end of this month.
Yeah.
You got to roll with the punches, man.
Yeah. And are you looking to push that a lot? Is this going to be the thing that you're hoping, like?
I want people to see this because the quality of the music's good. I'm not making chill rap anymore. I'm making like I'm making deeper music, a little bit deeper.
Jxmes C music.
Yeah. It's like I'm saying stuff. So I want people to take 100%. I want people to take it in. Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to push. I know the content from the video is going to be hard because people know that film and they're going to fuck with it, I hope. And they're going to mess with the vision. And that's what I want people. I just want people to get it and just take it in, and not just like listen to it once and then. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
yeah, I know what you mean. Proper, listen to the words and take it in.
Yeah, for sure.
Is this man? Like, what else is upcoming? So you've got the tape.
I've got the tape.
The show.
I've got a show. Apart from I've got a joint tape with someone. I'm not gonna say who that's with, but I've got a joint tape with another artist that I think people will fuck with.
Okay.
And that's basically done. I've been working on that all summer. I finished uni in like April.
Okay.
And been just making music. Like everything on the tape was made from April to now, and everything on this joint tape was made from April to now as well, pretty much.
Okay.
So I've just been making loads of music. The plan is, bro, is just make more music.
Yeah.
Try and make money where I can, because that's obviously just like long not having any money.
Yeah.
And you don't get a lot if you're not kind of feeding it in music. But yeah, just make more music, bro. That's literally the plan.
And do you have days where you wake up and you're like, I don't want to make music today, and start sick and thinking it?
Yeah, I'm the biggest perfectionist and like the biggest procrastinator.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like I worked so I finished in April, and then I kept myself busy, like made sure that I didn't have any time where I was just at yard, just not doing anything, because if I did that, I just feel kind of restless and a bit like lost. Especially when, bro, if you're in school for time, then you go uni for time, you don't know what to do with yourself when you leave.
Yeah, you're so used to that sort of routine,
structure and routine.
Yeah.
So I worked for like obviously hospitality, but I was going studio every week, 3-4 times a week, and just keep myself busy. And then I had this August has been pretty quiet in terms of actual music making. I've been doing like organizing and mixing and getting stuff done, but you need to listen to yourself. If your brain is saying, I can't be creative today, you can't force it, bro.
Yeah. Is that why I sort of like earlier said, try and do one thing that's like productive a day? So if that's not going to studio, that's like sending out emails or like dealing just with admin stuff. Anything that's gonna or even just like on a personal thing, just like going to the gym, like something that's gonna push you. And that's like a good like mindset to have, because like once you start dropping off, when you try and like pick up the music again.
Yeah. Because that's for me. This is my story, but I see other people who they're in studio every day, bro, and they're dropping tracks every 3 weeks, and they're good. And that will work for some people. It doesn't work for me. I need to live a little bit and then experience stuff and then write about what I've experienced. Right. Then go away a little bit and kind of come back. Like when I'm gonna be a famous, successful music artist, I'm not gonna be like Drake or like I don't want to be on the front line the whole time. I want to kind of release stuff, go and live for a bit, and then come back, and everyone's like, "Yo, he's back!" Like,
yeah, you see that with a lot of rappers, like Millions and stuff. He'll go away for months and then film the craziest music video in a place where he's been on holiday. But when he does, it's like people are excited. Yeah. And there's people are like, people are still banging out songs in the meantime, but everyone's saying like, when's
coming back?
Yeah, when's JxmesC coming back?
JxmesC come back?
Yeah.
What was the last track you dropped?
I dropped Sleep.
Right. Yeah,
which
what
was
with the music video?
The music video.
Was that your first one? That wasn't your
I've
first.
done videos before. That was my first
That's
proper,
that proper one.
where
Yeah.
I've come up with the idea.
Right.
It's not with anyone else, and
Yeah.
I filmed it. And
I saw you had like a lot of credits for that as well.
Yeah,
lot of,
with a
like-
production company or
yeah.
whatever else, and a videographer that I'm working with on this next one. But yeah, I liked that song. Didn't get a lot of traction, but I liked it. I liked the song. I was proud of it.
What's like one of your like favorite songs, or like one of your most like underrated songs for you?
It's a song called "I Love You," and it's I've made the beat. Yeah, it's called ILY. If anyone's listening to this, it's on streaming platforms, and I've produced it, and it's my boy singing on it, and it's like it's like an upbeat trap song, but it's like with a soul sample, and I mess with that song.
Yeah, if you send me the link to it, I can put it in the description.
Put it there right now.
Yeah. Click there, yeah, and just going back to what you were saying about the sleep track, how it didn't get a lot of attraction, but you were proud of it. One of our friends has recently dropped his first song on streaming platforms, and this is only one out at the moment, and it didn't do mad numbers. Yeah, it didn't do mad numbers, and no one was expecting it to, because
Would I know who they are? Would I know who they
He
are?
was outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it didn't do mad numbers, and no one was expecting it to, because that song was just like, it wasn't showing all of the talent. It wasn't all of the punchlines. It was just a song about memories and a bit of a deep song and stuff. And it's like, you know, I said to him, you can have a talented song and you could be loads of punchlines, but it could just be about like nothing, no like saturation to it. But and that might bang, and you might look back at that and be like, yeah, that done really well, but it didn't really mean anything. But with a song like that, and with a song like, you know, Rain and stuff and Sleep or whatever, it's like you're not gonna look back and regret dropping that ever, because like you're proud of that, and that means more than
100%.
the numbers on the screen.
100%, and that, I think, like, you should listen to people. Like, if people, I play my music to people and ask them. Obviously, I'm quite like, with my music, I'm quite like a sensitive guy. Like, if someone's like, I don't mess with this, I'm like, what do you mean don't mess with it? Like, but you should ask.
Sick, man.
Play it again, yeah.
You should ask people what they think, because you're not listening to music, other people are listening to it. So ask people what they think and take in advice, but also just believe in whatever it is that you're doing. And if you like it and it's part of your plan, not plan, I have a plan, but if it's part of your, if it expresses who you are, bro, just put it out there, because that's more important, like you said, than...
Definitely. I think for like the first song as well, Jude, like, it's like quite a big thing, like dropping your first song on Spotify. I think if you're not really like, I don't know, it's different. So I think getting something out there that you know you're really proud of,
That's
like,
what
even
I mean,
if it's
yeah.
not like your best song, like, you know, you put like a lot of effort or like passion into that.
That's what I was
And
saying. It's like
that
he's
you can
never
look
gonna...
back on and be like, yeah, that's a nice track. I'm really happy I released it, like, for myself, just to like go for that first step.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. You know, I was saying like, there's no way in the world Dylan would look back at that and regret having that as his first song, because you can't look back at it. Doesn't matter what numbers it done, even if it had 10 streams and all 10 were him. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you've got to be proud of what you're doing. You're not gonna. The worst part is being like, oh, I wish I'd done that. You know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. What's his name? What's his artist name?
Dill is 60.
Okay.
60 Music, 60 did it again. But yeah, he'll be here at the end, I'm sure. So you can link up with him. But yeah, I'd say, like, do you listen to your own music?
100%.
Yeah.
My unreleased, yeah.
Biggest fan, yeah.
Yeah. I don't listen to my stuff on Spotify because I've listened to that too many times, like recording it and mixing it and
Debating on whether you're gonna drop it. Yeah.
But I listen to the stuff that I've made, like stuff I made the other day. I just bang that, Can't lie.
Well, I had an episode drop this morning on the podcast, and
oh yeah, I saw that.
Because I do all the editing myself. I do. The only thing I don't is the cover arts. Shout out Joss, who's done the cover art. Put me on.
Joss.
But yeah, I do all the editing myself, and then it will come out, and then it'll be on. It's like, oh, you know, all the people behind the camera like, let's watch it. I'm like, I can't listen to that again. I've listened to that too many times. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I used to do a bit of producing, and I was the same. Like, I'd make a song, and then I'd just know all the words. I'm not even a big fan of it. Do you know what I mean? But I know you know all the words because you've produced it and stuff.
That's like me with Dills, because obviously we record at mine and I'm mixing his, like, I know all of his verses, bro.
You don't even know you do, and then it comes on, you're like, yeah. But yeah, so what sort of music are you listening to at the moment? Same genre or?
What music am I listening to? Can I get my phone out?
Yeah,
What
man,
I'm
yeah.
listening to. I think it's a bit of
Spotify, man, or
Spotify, 100%.
yeah, come on.
Does anyone use Apple Music here?
No, that's nice. Please Apple Music.
Yeah, thank you. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm glad you said it. Before I was gonna say it, I'm glad you said it.
No, I'm SoundCloud, but
No, that's
Yeah.
That's respectable.
100. You get music on SoundCloud that you don't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
exactly unreleased and stuff.
Exclusive.
Yeah, freestyles and all.
So I'm listening to Fimi Guerrero. These are literally just people here. I've got here, yeah, Len, 5EB. These are all like UK. Dexter. Do you know Dexter?
No, I don't think so.
She's hard. She's from West. I think she's hard.
Don't actually know.
Geordie,
Geordie's-
Isco,
yeah, Geordie's-
Capo Lee, Jim Legacy.
Yeah, Capo Lee. Have you heard that new Capo Lee, that 13th floor freestyle? Cold.
Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just grimy flows, bro. I love
Yeah,
that shit.
trust me.
Callisto, you know Callisto, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything, to be fair, bro.
He was on the Get Rich Die Young with all the everyone. Yeah,
That's hard.
did you sort of come up off listening to Graham and stuff?
Yeah, like not as a young person. Like I listened to a lot of old school music when I was younger. Like my first memories of, like, I discovered grime when I was probably like 14, 15. Like not young. I know people that this, like, that's what they listen to, like Chip and like old people like back in the day. But now, like in the car, like when I was younger, I was listening to like Amy Winehouse and like Etta James and like the Beatles and stuff like that. I was that's just what my parents were playing. But now, like grime is a massive influence on. If you're from London, grime is a massive influence on you. Just the way you dress and the
Culture.
the
Yeah,
culture.
that's sort of the beginning of it all. But we were saying on the last one, it's gone like grime to drill, and now it's sort of going into that underground rap where they're getting a lot. I mean, you saw with Sam Rex how he transitioned from
Bro, I
drill
saw-
to this.
I saw my man on like back in the day, like his old
Yeah,
stuff.
the proper old drill when it was being released on GRM and stuff, and I
Yeah.
think it was GRM or mixtape, and that is how it's going. That's the trend, I suppose, in a way. It's like it's moving into this underground rap, and I think it's good. I think, and it is about the message as well. At the end of the day, like, everyone makes their own decisions. You know what I mean? I don't blame drill music for everything. Like, everyone,
100%.
you know, everyone has a conscience. Like, but underground rap, you know, the way people are dressing, it's more experimental. It's more, you know, I mean, you see some guys walking around cardigans, like crop coats and stuff. Like, it's a lot more. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a lot more like open and rapping about anything. You know, anything. So yeah, it's good to see, man. It's good to see. Are you looking to sort of? I know you do the underground rap, and then you've said this tape is a lot more JxmesC C music. Are you looking to experiment with anything else? Can you give us a taste of?
Yeah, I've got
what's on the tape?
The first one, the opening track is like, it's not boom bap, but it's like, it's hip hop. It's an American beat. It's an American producer. The second one's a garage track, and then the third one's like it's like a groovy, like Pharrell kind of beat. Fourth one's like trap, like standard UK rap trap music, and then the last one. The last one's hip hop as well, but it's not it's a lot of old school sounds.
Bit of everything though.
With everything, like if you are making it, I'm not really making it for people, but I'm making it so that it's different enough in the across those tracks that if you like this, you can go there for that, and if you like this, you can go there for that.
Yeah.
But no, like it is weird. Like you know, I said the thing about vests and stuff.
Yeah.
Like fashion, like it's weird now. It's not just. I feel like drill is very. It's not actually UK, but our version of drill is very UK.
Yeah.
Like the swag and everything that goes with drill is very UK. But the new stuff is very American based. Like even I just said Len and Fimi Guerrero and stuff. That's all like kind of American inspired music, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that because I'm quite like I like the UK. I think it's cool that people were trying stuff, but I like old school like UK sound quite a lot, like garage and grime and stuff like that.
Like OG, like AJ Tracy and stuff, and all of that. Like when Black Box was in his prime and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Black Box. So.
What's that?
Rest in peace, Black Balls.
Yeah, man. Now it's
This-
just you
yeah.
getting anyone on there, but I could hop on there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
bro.
Unless you've got any more questions. If you had one question, the golden question, what would it be?
Ah,
pressure.
are you ever running out of bars?
Nah.
Is that a myth?
Nah, man.
That is a myth, bro.
Nah,
That's
man.
actually a
Joke or
myth.
something?
Yeah, that's just a rumor.
No, I
But-
definitely run out of bars all the time, but when I rap, it's good. Like, so I just try and make sure that when you do rap, it's good. I take time to write my bars. Like,
Do you like write in studio a lot, or do you prefer to pull up with a verse?
no, I never pull up with a verse, or unless if I do, it's not intentional.
You just find it and be like, yeah,
I
let's
find it and I'm like, this works. But
Yeah.
no, I like to write off with something.
get a vibe going.
Yeah, 100.
Makes sense.
100%.
So guys, this has been Suited For You podcast. We just tied it up with Jxmes C. Thanks for watching. The video is on the screen. Yeah, man. Hope you enjoyed. Right. Yeah, man.
Sweet.
Jeez.
Good having you. my
Appreciate
brother.
it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, right.
I enjoyed that.
Do you want to just get a picture? Front
Yeah.
of the- Come on, bro. Jeez.